The majority of my gaming life was spent in single player, mostly because I enjoy the campaigns that they offer, maybe to explore an open world at my own pace, or just want something fun to pass the time. But that's not to say that I've never experienced multiplayer before, because everyone has at some point. Whether it's online or offline, people enjoy playing them more with friends than going solo. And a good part of the gaming industry was multiplayer, but in different phases because of how gaming changed over the decades. Now, this video isn't going to be a factual look back at how multiplayer changed from the beginning, but this is more of a personal perspective as I explain how multiplayer to me started off from couch co-op and then going all the way to the present day multiplayer that we have. Every now and then, you might hear about those typical gaming night stories, chugging down some Mountain Dew while playing some Halo 3 split screen, go guns blazing in Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie. Well, me, I never really grew up with a lot of those games, and that's not to say I've never played them, it's just that it's not been that similar of a life for me. I did experience playing with my friends together whenever we hung out, but the games that we grew up playing the most were the Lego games. To me, those games are the perfect way to play either by yourself or with friends, because you can be as linear as you want in single player, but when your friends drop by, you forget the point of the level because you're having too much fun trying to kill each other in funny ways just to steal studs or laugh at the dumbest shit that happens in the game. I'm one of those people who used to finish the game as fast as possible, but I'm glad I never let that get ahead with my friends. Growing up with the Nintendo Wii, it was the definition of couch co-op in my life. Aside from the Lego games that I mentioned, there were some other games that I played, like Mario Party 8 and Mario Kart Wii. Games that, while not the best of their respective series, still were what opened me to them and what we enjoyed together. With games like those, me and my friends would just help each other unlock the characters and any other bonuses that we didn't earn yet. I did have some other moments that I cherished just as much as these ones, like the time I played some Black Ops 2 Zombies with my brother, or a few races of Hot Wheels Beat That. But memories like those were short-lived and only happened very rarely. The games that had the best of couch gaming made me appreciate the time I spent with my friends, and it helped us enjoy each other's company more often outside of gaming. Those friends that I grew up playing together ended up sticking around my whole life in very good terms, and I still talk to them to this day. If it weren't for couch gaming, making friends for the long term would be very difficult. However, my life had seen less of those days and transitioned mostly into While I did have moments of split-screen multiplayer, online gaming was a far more common experience to me for a long time. Despite having a lot of friends until around the 6th grade, I never really got to hang out with them outside of school and the occasional birthday parties. So I spent most of my time playing with them through MMOs and other multiplayer games. And from 2005 to around the 2010s, it was a peak time for online gaming, as we've not only gotten consoles to set online multiplayer as a staple, but the internet started making more room for gaming on a budget, even on something as powerful as a dialysis machine. Websites like Miniclip, Newgrounds, Congregate were a haven for user-generated MMOs, while some others made dedicated websites to keep their games running for long. If I wasn't busy with homework as a middle schooler, I'd just log on to some MapQuest, RuneScape, Need for Speed World, and grind whatever I needed to do for the day. Most of the time, I'd check on if a friend was also free, and we'd play together so we could help each other in grinding as well. One of the earliest MMO experiences that I can recall was when a classmate brought up MapQuest in some random conversation, and I was interested to try it out. I've also experienced certain MMOs like VRChat, Club Penguin, games that are mostly just social spaces. Okay, well, not that kind of social space. With Club Penguin, I'd always gather friends or just meet up with random players to play some card jutsu or hang at their igloos to get to know them personally. With VRChat, it was amazing to see and hear people talk as if we were in the same room and just chill while the occasional raids go on in the background. While I can no longer find the time to play a single MMO, I still appreciate what the world of online gaming had brought into my life. When I couldn't do anything with anyone regardless of the inconvenience, multiplayer brought us together and learn about each other better, as well as find new people to talk to from around the world. But just because I haven't been able to do couch gaming or online multiplayer doesn't mean that multiplayer was completely gone in my life. Streaming services were reaching a huge point long before the pandemic even started, and the industry came up with interesting services the likes of PlayStation Now and Xbox Remote Play for using the console on the PC. While I was aware that those existed, I never really felt like streaming a game within my home unless I was far away from my host device. However, I did find the interest in apps like Barset, thanks to a friend of mine from my previous college. With programs like that, it makes the possibility of couch gaming but with an online experience. The best part was that I only needed a screen, a spare controller, and a stable internet connection, but the host was the only person that needed to own a copy of the game. It felt amazing being able to play a local multiplayer game but emulating it online. Now, this phase of my multiplayer experience is quite short, mostly because I've yet to spend more time doing something like this. But from what I spent, it opened me up to reliving those glory days in a modern age. And on top of that, this can not only work with native PC games, but even emulators like Dolphin or PCSX2 can be played with friends and it would still feel like playing a retro game along with them. While I haven't been able to get into playing local co-op or online for quite a while, the medium helped bring the best of both worlds together in a way that I thought would never happen. In the present day era, we've managed to not only make gaming possible with more people together, but also do it online at the comfort of their own homes. Multiplayer is still a growing concept, but it's already brought new experiences, such as bringing the console and PC communities with crossplay, streaming your own console with remote play, MMOs, cooperative or competitive campaigns, and many more. Now, some people might say that cloud gaming will advance farther than where it is right now, but seeing as a certain console failed not too long ago, I think that might take a long time from now. Regardless, I'm still excited for what new multiplayer experiences will come from the industry, and I hope that I can still get to play with friends no matter what you use. Thanks again for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed this essay. This is kind of the second time I've done this, but it's not really as big of a video as it was the first time. I kind of wanted to start this off with a factual look into the topic, but as I got into it more, I thought that seemed a little bit more already discussed, so why not do it in a more personal perspective? Because to be honest, that's actually more interesting, knowing that what other people played and how the concept of multiplayer evolved through those games. And speaking of which, let me know in the comments how multiplayer was for you. But yeah, might do more stuff like this in between my critiques, because even though I'm doing a game that doesn't take too much time, the editing is still going to take a while. So I hope this will kind of fill in the gaps. I don't know how many more of these I can come up with, but I'll try to keep up as much as I can. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully the next video will be a critique video, or you'll see some other cool stuff like this video. And I'll see you guys again. Alright, take care.